right, welcome back. It's evident that I'm not in the truck because the truck is here. Yeah, as you can see, there's just highway there, so I don't mind if it's loud. We're gonna be doing the front brakes. I'm doing only the front for now because I'd prefer to have someone to help me with the back. That, and I still need to get top-up fluid for the rear diff. That's the one thing left. So I didn't want to pull the axle out and then lose diff fluid and then, you know, not be able to refill it. So that's all we're doing. We're doing the back or the front. And yeah, I'm not gonna cover too much of what I'm doing as I'm doing it, just because I'm trying to be like timely here and do it quickly. So I'm just gonna let you know how it goes throughout. And I'm just trying to do it as quick as possible because I don't want any issues being parked here on this little roundabout dead end road. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get to it and I'll let you guys know how it goes. All right, quick update. As you can see, wheel, rotor, and hub are all off. We got them off. There's our spindle. Here is our old rotor. As you can see, it is completely deteriorated. The hub and the rotor are just destroyed. The seal, you can see, is just falling apart. Here's our old caliper. That old caliper, unfortunately, even the pistons were deteriorating. You can see on this pad, like they're literally just crumbling. So there's a good chance we needed to, you know, replace the brakes. But we're replacing the whole thing. As you can see, we're just building up the new hub and rotor. And I just have to grease up the inside of here with the races and such, and then grease up the bearing, set it in, put in the seal, and then we should be good to go. And then we just got to flip it over, do the same thing, put the front or the outer bearing in, and then we could throw this back on the spindle and then re-lock it in. That's that's where we're at. Still on the front side, or the first side I should say, but I'm gonna get to it. All right, well, as you can see, oh, I'm sniffling so much. But the wheel's back on. The brakes are like 90% done. And I say that because we got the hub and the rotor on and the new bracket and caliper. But unfortunately, the only thing that was overlooked was the fact that these brakes do not fit my calipers or bracket or whatever this truck. So even though it said, you know, the website, oh, this part fits your vehicle, these brake pads are completely different than the ones that I need. So unfortunately, I have to return those and get the ones that I need. So I just put the old pads back on there. I know it's not ideal, but just a temporary fix because I need to pack all this up and go see about getting the proper pads, and then we can go from there. That's the only way I can continue. So yeah, anyways, it is done though. That's 1 out of 4. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go see if I can find the pads that I need. All right, as you can see, we're back, and unfortunately I again had the wrong brake pads. We have the right brake pads now, hopefully, and so we're gonna get, I know it's probably it's so windy. It's much windier than yesterday, but I had to get out because it is much warmer. So we got the right brake pads. We're gonna get that wheel off, put the right brake pads in. I think I'm gonna put some brake fluid in it because it's like completely empty and I literally have no stopping power, like at all. The only way I can really stop the truck from rolling is to throw it in park. So we're gonna use the last bit, I think, of what we have in the first bottle to put in, and then yeah, just to have some braking power because it's not ideal. But anyways, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get this wheel off and we're gonna switch out these pads, which I'm pretty sure are the bigger ones. All right, so here we are. Obviously you can see we're on the other side. This front right side is done. It's complete. We got the new pads in. We've got our front left side off completely. There's our spindle. You can see there's still a good amount of grease on there, but it's mostly here, so I'm gonna put some more around here because there's like none on that part. So one thing I wanted to know is, because once I took this off, you know, it's all deteriorated, you know, it's all falling apart. How does a brake pad get this bad? You know what I mean? Like, how long do you have to just leave a truck or just a vehicle for it to deteriorate that badly. Like if we look at the other one, there's still a good amount of space and like actual size on this pad, but this was the back one. This one got just mangled and just destroyed. Like it's in pieces. Like holy, I don't know. Just makes me think the truck was just sitting for so long, or at least just not cared for properly, evidently, you know, i.e. the brakes. So yeah, here we are on the other side. We're about to build up the new rotor and hub with the bearings. We're gonna pack the bearings with grease, and then we're gonna do the inner bearing first. I'm gonna pack that one with grease, coat the inside of the race and the cylinder with grease, and then we'll put the bearing in, put the seal in, and then after that's done, we pack the outside bearing, the outer bearing, and then put that in, sit it in there, or actually not even sit it in there just yet. You put that on the spindle, put it in place, and then you put the bearing in, and then, oh, speaking of which, oh shoot, where's my washer? It's in here. I sometimes forget about that, but that's a necessary part, the washer. Don't forget about that. It's kind of important because that goes on just after the bearing, so you might forget about it just because it sticks to the washer, so the bearing. Anyways, I'm gonna get to it, building up this new rotor and hub, and get back to you pretty much when I'm done. I mean, like, I don't have much to do after that. After that, it's just putting on the new bracket, the caliper, brake pads, and that's it. I mean, that is it. So we're gonna get to it, and I'll catch you when I'm finished. All righty. Ah, look at the geese. Look at the geese. Anyways, okay. As you can see, got the wheel back on, the jack is out. I have finished the front. The front is finished. Luckily, I got it all done before the sun went down. It's going down. It's just about to pass the horizon, so I got to get all this packed up before I lose all light. So yeah, that's it. Front brakes are completely done, completely brand new. The torque down the wheels. Don't worry, I put it down on the ground before I torqued it. I know what I'm doing. All right, I know what I'm doing. They are torqued to 140 foot-pounds, both sides. That's what the lugs call for. So yeah. Anyways, I've got everything torqued to spec, and it's all up on there. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I didn't know the dust cap, obviously, because I've never done this before. I didn't realize that this like whole hub was like open like that, and it's literally just covered by a dust cap. So if you lose that dust cap, then you lose like all protection over your spindle and like bearing and all that stuff in there. So yeah, that's good that that has to be secure. So anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna get packed up before I lose the light, and just before I do, I'm gonna throw somewhat remaining brake fluid I have, just so I do have some stopping power, because I'd like to be able to stop. That would be ideal. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. I appreciate you guys as always for hanging out, and with that being said, I'm done. All right, as you can see, we're back in our original place. We're gonna do the rear left brakes. As you can see, I've got my garage jack. This is a 3-ton. I was a little sus before, so I grabbed myself a 20-ton bottle jack. Threw a jack stand under there just in case. But as you can see, one thing I only noticed today is there's a leak. And you want to know what that is? That's friggin' brake fluid. Oh my goodness. So there's a chance that we've been losing brake pressure all this time just because of this leak here. Hopefully replacing what we're about to replace will fix that. Otherwise, I'm not sure where this leak is coming from otherwise, but probably because it's not coming from this or that, it's coming from down here somewhere, or something. So Looks like it's coming from this pin. But anyways, we're gonna get these wheels off, have a look, and hopefully we can fix it. Just because, yeah, we'd rather not be losing brake fluid after I do all this work and such. That'd be just really annoying. So anyways, I'm gonna get to it, get these wheels off, and we're gonna have a gander. Alrighty, well, as you can very clearly see, we're back here, and we're on the same side because I mean, it was pretty obvious. The previous rotor that I had did not fit. It was way too big. So we had to go back. We're gonna have to return those. I've yet to return those. But today we do have the right rotors. Luckily, we do. So as you can see, they're perfectly lined up. Here's the old one, just garbage. But yeah, this is the new one. It's fairly large, but it's actually meant for this vehicle. I am at the point where I got the bolts off. I'm going to Loctite them with some orange thread locker, and then torque them down, because I didn't torque anything down except the weird thread nut, this weird like ratcheting nut. So everything was sort of semi-loose, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. So now today, since we have the right stuff, we're gonna torque everything down to spec, and then we should be good to do both sides today and actually be done with the brakes. As you can see, I got a caliper hanger too. I thought I'd invest in one of those just because I knew that I would have to take the caliper off, and I didn't want to take the hose off again and, you know, be dripping more brake fluid. So yeah, I'm gonna hopefully also bleed the brakes too. I have this one-man brake bleeder kit. I'm just gonna give it a quick run through. I should be good, hopefully, to bleed them, because again, remember, there was a leak here from this caliper, the old one, which is in here, I believe, garbage. So we're gonna see about bleeding the brakes. There's not really much fluid in there, if any at all, so yeah, we're gonna hopefully get that done. And with that being said, I'm gonna get to this. I'm gonna Loctite these, put them on there, and then should be good. I'm gonna continue getting this all back together, because I have the whole other side to get to as well. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get to that.